Hey guys, finally got better lighting, but I feel like the lighting behind me is kind of like taking away the lighting from that, but I don't want to close my curtains, so sorry, nothing I can do. Wanted to make a video talking about something, but at the same time, I don't feel right not eating while I make a video. I know it's kind of weird, but my video is more mukbang material, so I don't really like to just make a video without eating. I haven't ate anything anyways. All I had was like a banana. By the way, yesterday I had tacos because it was Taco Tuesday, and I saw this thing online where this girl was eating a banana with sriracha on it, and I was like, that looks absolutely disgusting. But guess what? It's not, and it's actually a whole thing. They do it in Puerto Rico. The Puerto Ricans do it. They usually do it with like rice and beans, but I guess I think they're eating plantains, which basically it's looks like a banana, but it's not. It's in the banana family, but they're not bananas. Like they're just like completely. Anyways, it was delicious. It was good. I liked it. Today I'm having some leftover shrimp from dinner yesterday and the rice and the beans that we had yesterday, but I'm not having any bananas and sriracha because I just had a banana. Anyway, so I want to talk about something that I've been currently dealing with for about, we're going close to 3 months. I'm gonna get me a paper towel. 1 second. Everybody's probably wondering why I'm not sitting at my table. But I don't know. I don't want to. Dr. Pepper. When it's time to let go of a friendship, I've had to do this twice in my life. The first time I did it was back in 2019. And then I just recently had to do it at the beginning of this year. My pants are too tight. I guess I'll start with the first time I had to do it. When it's time to let go of a friend is when the friendship starts to become not beneficial to you. In this situation with my ex-friend, I started to see things that I never saw before that I just ignored. Or I was too naive when I was younger to pick up on it. There was a lot of backhanded comments, a lot of passive aggressiveness coming from them. A lot of lying. So much lying. I would find things out from people and be like, what? This person, this was 2007, 2008. I was young. I was really young. But when you're young, you don't think about stuff like this. It doesn't click with you. They hacked my Facebook. Hacked my page. Not my Facebook, my MySpace. Back when MySpace was popping. They hacked my MySpace page. deleted all my pictures, deleted all my information. Just talking about this irritates me. Deleted all my friends, my messages, gone. You wanna know why? Because of insecurity. This person was dating someone that I was friends with. I had no interest in this person whatsoever, never did. But instead of talking to me about it like a regular, normal person and a good friend, they went overboard. Started to assume things, make believe things in their mind. They were a very insecure, paranoid person. Mostly just insecure. Very jealous person. Very jealous. Not happy with themselves, not happy with their lives. And they had a good life. They had a very good family. I just ate a shell. The friendship was always had been based off of lies coming from this person. They were very devious. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get me some more soy sauce because this is getting kind of dry. 1 second. Ow, hurt my foot. Ugh, okay. To be honest, it's now that I think about it, it's actually quite sad. It's very sad that on both sides, how diluted the friendship actually was, and how transparent it was. But I was so young, I didn't think it. I've always been a type of person that wear my heart on my sleeve. And I'm a very loving person. And when I love someone and I really care about them, I'm kind of just blind to all that. I don't really see anything else. Excuse me. But, oh my God. They were doing a lot of bad things behind my back. Whew. So around 2019, I was already, way into my 30s, and I have 2 children. I had a husband. I had a life. I started to finally see it. I was on Snapchat one night. Now, I've always been like this. I go back and forth with wigs, hair extensions. I'm always messing around with my hair. It's just who I am. I get bored. I've calmed down a lot since back then. I don't do it as often. But back then, when I was in my early 30s, I did it a lot. I was really bad in my early 30s. I had a lot of hair problems. I fried my hair so bad. It was fried. I was always messing with it all the time. Anywho, I had a Snapchat picture that I took. And I put it up, Now, most friends would, if you don't like a photo or if you don't, whatever, if you have your own opinions, usually just keep it to yourself because, it's your friend. You don't want to hurt that person's feelings. But like I said, we weren't really friends. Only on my side I thought that we were, but we never really were. They said something backhanded, passive aggressive about my photo. And I had just had it. I knew this was the end of our friendship, and I knew that I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't want to be around that person anymore. I had no desire to be around that person. I didn't like them anymore. I just did not like them as a person. I knew what they were doing. They had not changed at all. That they were insecure about themselves. And instead of changing something about themselves, now this person was overweight. They had been overweight their whole life. It was kind of just a genetic thing. Like, there really wasn't anything much they could do about it. Me, like I said, I don't care. I'm not that type of person. I don't care about a person's physical appearance. I'm just like, I'm there for you. I don't care. You're my friend. I had walked through fire with her. I'm going to say her. I even went to like weight classes with her. I was like, I watched her get a shot in her butt one time, but I didn't care. I mean, I do care because I did care about her health and things like that, but I didn't care about what was going on physically with her. I didn't see that. All I seen was her spirit, and I saw that, whatever. We had been friends since the 7th grade. So it was, or friends since the 7th grade. So I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Our friendship took a turn when we were in high school. That's initially where it started. I think I want to say it was our sophomore year. It was either sophomore or junior year. I can't remember, but she changed. She was really focused on becoming the popular girl. Like I said, she was very insecure about herself. And she really just wanted to be well liked. She wanted everybody, the guys, to like her. She always wanted all the popular girls to like her. They didn't. None of them did. I'm not trying to sound cliche, and I'm not trying to sound, I don't care. I really don't care. I never did. But I never told her, but I was invited many, many times by the popular crowd to go hang out with them, go to lunch, whatever. They were practically begging me. I never did because I don't care about stuff like that. I'm not that superficial. I'm not that type of person. I like everybody, but I like you for your heart or whatever. And I'm not superficial, and I didn't want to get involved in that. So, but she took it in a dark way. I got sick and tired of the bullcrap, and I basically walked away from our friendship. I walked away from our friendship for a pretty lengthy amount of time. It was almost 6 months. Like, it was a long time we didn't talk to each other. She started getting her true colors started to show. She became a bully. She started making fun of me, calling me names. Again, it was all coming from jealousy and insecurity. She was very insecure about herself. She started hanging out with people that didn't quite like her. They just didn't like her, but she would just force herself upon these people because she had nobody to hang out with. I knew what she was doing. But then again, I was young, so when you're a teenager, you don't have the confidence and you don't have the knowledge to know what to do in those kind of situations. So what happened? I ended up, going back. We ended up becoming friends again. But our friendship was never the same after that. It wasn't. And this carried on all the way, obviously, into our early 30s. So now I was in my 30s, and like I said, I had the confidence and the knowledge, and I wasn't naive anymore to realize how emotionally and mentally ill she was. And I knew that there was a lot more going on that she wasn't taking care of. I ended the friendship, and that was the end. That was 2019. I never went back. I never messaged her. I never commented. Nothing. At least I don't think I did. And I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I have no interest whatsoever of ever speaking to this person ever again, to her again. It's just, and that you just, sometimes you outgrow friendships. You just don't like certain people anymore. And you just, it's like, when you grow as a person, or like a flower grows and sometimes things will die and fall off of the flower. It's the same concept when you come to people. As you grow, as you get older, things just die off. You don't feel a certain way about certain people. So here we are, flash forward to 2024, and I had another friend. Now we've been friends since I was in 7th grade again. I never, like I said, I'm not the type of person to really see things, because when I care about somebody, I'm blinded to what they're doing. So for about, I'm gonna say almost close to 10 years now, this person was using our friendship, using me, but neglecting to help me or just be there for me, not in any ways whatsoever, but it was always a forced, like, oh, I guess I'll help you kind of thing on their end. And it was never, they wanted to help. It was always kind of like a twist of the arm thing, like, I don't really want to help this person, but I'm gonna do it anyways, because whatever. It was really I'm just gonna say it was half-ass. It was a half-ass friendship. Always putting their other friends above me, or and the only time they ever came around is when it would go dark for them. Like, things would just start to get really bleak. Things weren't working out in their life, things like that. And I just started to see this. And then bluntly and blatantly putting my life in danger, but not really caring about it. Putting my children's life in danger, not really caring about it. Being rude to my kids. Again, with the half backhanded, sarcastic, passive-aggressive comments towards me and my family. Very rude. This one time, they were in my house. And I'm going to say he, because this was a guy. It was one of my guy friends. And we had just moved in here. Now, I will say that neighborhood-wise, back then, I'm going to say like 5, 6, maybe 10 years ago, this neighborhood had a bad rep. It had like a lot of people that lived in this area, or they would just come through the area. They weren't good people. And it did have a bad rep back then. Now, this neighborhood is mostly filled with children, families, senior citizens, handicapped people. It's pretty quiet. Nothing really happens, etc. They were helping us move. Again, it was, don't really want to do it, but I'll do it anyways kind of thing. He was very angry when he was here, when he was helping us, and he wasn't really helping. He was pretty much making my husband do everything. And the entire time he was here, he was back-ended, sarcastic, passive-aggressive comments, putting my place down, putting my neighborhood down. Just very rude, just openly being rude. Why, I have no idea, but I ignored it and just kind of like laughed it off, whatever. As time started to pass, just recently, I started to see his true colors of the kind of person he grew into. And he is a user. He basically is very narcissistic and egotistical to women. He thinks women are below men, that we are not worth anything, and he values men's friendships. He uses women for sexual pleasure, but he doesn't care about the friendship, really. He's very disrespectful to other people's relationships. He doesn't respect people's relationships. He will try to intervene and get in between the person and their spouse, and he'll try to ruin things, and then he'll just take off. He lies, he manipulates, and all these things I would always just brush off. Like, I would always just be like, oh, whatever. But that's me. That's a flaw that I have. And I realized it now at 37. I'm starting to realize that I have this really bad flaw that I let people just walk all over me. And what happens is I don't see the value in my own life. I don't see who I am. I don't see my life. I start to put myself in this dark shelf, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And it affects, it affects my self-esteem. And when that starts to happen, the whole point of this is, when you start to feel like more's been taken from you than they're giving in the friendship, if you start to feel like you're being abused every time you're around the person, like you feel like you're just kind of not good enough around that person, they forcefully make you feel that way. You start to feel like nothing is benefiting from the friendship at all. That's when it's time to leave. I don't care if you've been friends for 10 to 15 to 20 to 50 years. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you're at in your life. It's time to go. It's time to leave. And no matter what they say, you have to remember that's the person that they grew into. And that's the person they're going to be for the rest of their life. They don't want anything else from you except abuse, or they're just using you, or their insecurities about themselves. A lot of people use people as punching bags. They use people as emotional punching bags because they don't know what to do with what's inside of them. So instead of working on themselves, they just use other people as emotional punching bags, and they take all of their anger and their frustration and their problems out on other people. I used to be like this, but I used to be like this towards my immediate family. I would, if I was having a bad day, or if I was having a really, I don't know what that was. My husband's taking a nap, so I don't know what that was. I would take my stuff out on other people. And it's not fair to other people around you, because they don't know what's going on within you. And it's not their problem. It's not anybody else's problem. This is your problem. Yes, it's okay to seek help. Yes, it's okay to ask for advice. Yes, but it's not okay to kick and punch somebody to the ground just because you're either jealous of what they have. And that was another thing that also came from the second friendship that failed, where there was a lot of jealousy, and it was a lot of jealousy, and it just got to a point where it got annoying. I couldn't deal with the lack of honesty. Instead of just coming out and saying, hey, I'm really mad about my life, things aren't going the way I wanted to go, etc., blah blah blah. No, it never happened. It was always just bashing my husband, bashing me, snide remarks, things like that. Even social media, this person would, put up posts about my husband. But I knew it was about my husband. And they would just put up things like, oh, I'm going to focus on my rap career and I'm not going to get a job, like things like that. One time when my husband was in his early 20s, he was stupid. One time when he was in his early 20s, he was like 24 years old. He was a kid. Okay, when we're in our teens and our 20s, we think of stupid crap, okay? You know what I wanted to do? I was going to be a radio DJ. Do I want to be a radio DJ now? No, I do not. I don't want to be a radio DJ. But it was unfair for this friend of mine to blast my husband like this on social media. Now, my husband didn't pick up on it. At least I don't think he did. I never told my husband about it because I didn't want to hurt my husband's feelings. But stuff like that. And I just knew that it wasn't going anywhere. The friendship was never going to go anywhere. So I had to cut this person off. It's now getting to, it's so as far as I don't answer the door for them anymore. I don't answer phone calls for them. I don't answer text messages, nothing. You have to freeze that person out. You have to. And you even have to tell people around you, like, I don't speak to that person anymore. I don't talk to them anymore, because that's how harsh I have to be. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. This was easy for me. It was pretty easy because I wanted it to end. So, like I said, once you start to feel no benefit, there's more negative than positive, it's time to go. I just talked for like 20 minutes straight. I didn't eat. Oh, and there will be repercussions sometimes. Yeah, you sometimes can get spiteful. Blast all your stuff all over the world, but that's when their true colors come out. And that's when you realize you also start to put that in there. Oh, wow, they really weren't a friend, so. It's usually the closest people in your life that are actually your enemy. And it's scary. It does make it hard to trust people. I do have trust issues with people now. I don't believe a lot of people now. Kind of just keep to myself, which I know is a bad thing. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's sad, you're jaded. I am. And I've had a lot of people betray me. I've had a lot of people just ghost. But the only thing that I have that I'm happy about is that I have knowledge and wisdom from any situation that I'm in with people. And I gain some wisdom from it. And I know that God pushes those people out of my life for a reason, and also pushes knowledge and wisdom from those situations, because they're not meant to be in your life forever. Excuse me. So anyways, I'm done. My laundry just got finished. I just wanted to make this video talking about this because I know there's a lot of people out there like me that struggle with it, and it's a very hard thing to do. It is sometimes difficult, but trust me, it's beneficial to yourself. So peace out, you guys. I have to go get my house chores done, but hope to speak to y'all again soon. Oh, by the way, I saw the new subscribers on here. Hi. I see you. I watch you. Peace out.